friends, welcome back to my channel. And for today's pick a card, we are going to be getting a message meant for you right now in this current time. Now, this reading is going to be timeless, so whether you watch this video as soon as I upload it or if this happens to find you in a month from now, it's still going to be relevant to you in your current moment. Oh, and really quick before I forget, if you watch this video, please be sure to give me a like and a subscribe, and please leave a comment. Would love to know what things you like about the video, what resonates, and also like the things you maybe didn't like. Any constructive criticism. Don't be mean to me, but let me know if I do something and you're like, I think you could do that better. I would love to hear it. Okay, let's get into this. Before we get started, I'm just going to go ahead and cleanse the different decks that I'll be using in today's video, setting intentions of providing the most accurate reading of my ability with everybody's highest good in mind to receive a message that you need to hear right now. So let's go ahead and get into today's reading. We're going to be taking a look at a message meant for you right now. And how this works is you are going to be using your intuition to figure out which one of these piles here just kind of calls you to it, or it's going to like draw your eyes to it. You're going to feel like you can't stop looking at it. If you feel like you're struggling to figure out what your intuition's trying to tell you, then sometimes if you close your eyes and whichever number 1 through 4 pops into your head first, that's going to be the pile with the message for you. So over here is going to be pile 1, here is pile 2, this one 3, and this one 4. And the different crystals we have on top is going to be kyanite ore, moss agate, peacock ore, and sardonyx. So there will be timestamps in the description below. That way, whenever you figure out which pile is for you, you can just go ahead and skip right over to your reading. And with that being said, feel free to take a moment, pause the video, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, group number 1, this is going to be your reading on a message meant for you right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. So really quick before I get started, this is the very first deck that I ever got, and I did use this to kind of take notes on. So there are going to be some like little scribbles around the edge, but just ignore that. I just felt really called to use these in today's video, so I'm going to. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, group number 1, a message meant for you right now. Let's see what we get. Okay, so here we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So there's been something in your life that is causing you to feel not quite happy with how things are going. You're not really feeling aligned with how things are flowing. Like perhaps you're not really happy with your job, or maybe there's something not quite working in your family life. These are general readings, so it is going to differentiate for everybody here. So whatever is like something that's really important to you, it's feeling like it's not working out in the way that you have hoped it would. And like something that's really sticking out to me right now is this symbolism of the rainbow here. So a lot of times, like, okay, not a lot of times. What am I saying? So in the upright position, this is like harmony, alignment, happiness. It's a really happy card. And the rainbow signifies like the happiness after the storm, right? Like that's how rainbows appear. So since this is in the reverse position, I feel like you have been going through the storm, or you are currently still like in this storm moment, or that's how you're feeling. Um, but okay, we have the Queen of Wands. So this indicates a bit of like more of a calm, gentle, a calm and gentle kind of energy. So this shows me that this is something that you have been missing and something that you are really needing. So this reading, I can already tell this reading is calling you to give yourself the love and the gentleness that you are deserving of, and really set your mind to that goal. Now, this can also mean whatever it is that you're not feeling satisfied with, whether this is with yourself, job, home life, anything like that, this is calling you to really set your eyes on your goal and keep moving forward. Um, this card also indicates like a bit of a nurturing energy to that. I may have said that a second ago, but anyways, so like I'm really seeing you needing to bring in more kindness and gentleness in the way that you're speaking to yourself, the way that you are perceiving the situations around you. I think that's going to be really, really key. And you kind of embodying this energy of like warmth and happiness and alignment and like peace. So that's a word that's really sticking out to me. Just like peaceful feeling, not having to worry about the next thing or not having to feel like whatever is not enough or that you are not enough. Then we also have the Seven of Pentacles, but in reverse. Okay, so this shows me that you are having a hard time looking into your future. You're having a hard time looking at that long-term reward. And I do feel like that's because you are kind of stuck in this place of feeling like you're not enough or whatever it is that is bothering you is not enough. Like I was saying with work or money, the pentacles signify money, but it can also signify our home life, like our materialistic things. So however this makes sense to you. Ooh, I'm also getting or even how you like come off, like even how you're presenting yourself. I find that you're not really feeling authentic to yourself, so that is something like your expression is something that is kind of like there's like a lack of clarity with it. And that's causing you to feel kind of like foggy and stuck and not being able to really look at the bigger picture of things. So I do feel like, once you start shifting into this mindset of being more like gentle and nurturing and kind and just peaceful and like a little bit more trusting in yourself, that is when you're going to be able to start clearing your mind of all that like negative thinking, all of that brain fog, and being able to see a little bit more into your future and to be able to like plan a little bit more, express yourself freely a little bit more. And that just opens yourself up to much more opportunity because once you start believing in yourself and having more confidence in yourself and expressing yourself authentically, then that kind of continues to build your confidence, that like continues to just motivate you and you continue to raise your vibration, and that can put you in a place of happiness. That's how you kind of like get out of the storm that you have been going through. So for some of you this may be oh, I'm okay. Boundaries is something that's coming to me right now. The word boundaries. So, for some of you, this may be setting some boundaries within the workplace or your home life that allows you to live a more authentic self, like saying no to the things that don't feel right and saying yes to the things that only like actually bring you joy or feel good. Oh, yes. Okay. So, this is going to bring power and clarity. You're going to be speaking your truth. You're going to be more authentic to yourself. That is something that you are being really called to pay attention to, really called to do here. Um, you're also going to just, yeah, be like stepping into your power more. You're going to feel like you have more control and authority over your current situation. And then here we have, let me scoot these over. Here we have the Five of Wands. So this can feel like you're in a little bit of a conflict. This can be with yourself, it can be with others, like maybe coworkers, or maybe even people in your home if you're not really seeing eye to eye on how you want things to look or how you want things to go. And that can feel like a little bit of that can feel like it puts a little bit of stagnation on your development forward because you're feeling like you're having to like really stand your ground and really fight for yourself, and it just feels like not good. And especially whenever you're in competition with yourself and having that self conflict, then like you become your worst enemy because you are putting yourself in a place of not being authentic to who it is you want to be. So like let's say for example, who you desire to be is somebody that like this is just a random example, like let's say you're more artsy and you really want to embrace this like art side of yourself, maybe you're a painter or whatever, and you are focused doing like this office job and that just doesn't feel right. But maybe the people in your life like don't agree that you should be a painter because they think that's not like a real job or something. And so you kind of have this conflict with the people around you, this conflict with yourself, feeling like, okay, well, I know maybe I would like make more money doing this office job because getting into art can sometimes be a little bit difficult at first. And I know this is what my family thinks I should be doing. And so you're like in this conflict of like not staying true to yourself, not respecting your own boundaries of saying no to the things that don't make you happy and saying yes to the things that do align with your authentic self. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. So that's just one example. Take that as it resonates with you because that can apply in many different ways. Okay, so then we have the strength card in reverse. So this can talk about self doubt. So finding that inner strength, that inner trust is really, really something that you need to focus on. This is really going to help you just start a whole entirely new chapter in your life to just feeling more, more like more in harmony with your goals and the actions that you're taking. So, yeah, this, and then we have the world card reversed. So, this is all about like seeking personal closure, especially in like this energy of a reading. So, this is a time that you need to start putting yourself first, focusing on your own goals, um, just creating your own goals. Like, even sit down and write your own goals down. Like, quit thinking about the expectations you have for yourself, the expectations society has for you, all of that. Ooh, okay. And then we have the high priestess. So the high priestess talks about our intuition, our subconscious, and just everything that like means a lot to us deep down. So maybe subconsciously, you really want to be this person, right? Like let's go back to the painter analogy here. Like maybe subconsciously you know that that is the true you, but like your conscious mind, I suppose, is really fighting that. It's really saying like, no, like I'm supposed to be doing this, typical job because that's what everybody says I should be doing, like that kind of thing. Your intuition tells you that that does not align with you. You're not happy. You're not speaking kindly to yourself. Maybe that's also translating into not speaking the most kind to other people because there's all this like pent up feelings. Maybe there's even what's the word? Resentment, that kind of thing. So this is calling you to like quit ignoring your intuition, tap into your intuition, allow yourself to dive deeper into your subconscious mind and just really like stepping into your power again, like respecting yourself, respecting your own goals and wishes. That is super key here for you. Okay, and then we have the 10 of swords reversed. So the thing about the tens is that it is the last number in the tarot, right? After 10, then it goes to like the page and then the knights and all that. Okay, so 10 is the last number. So this typically represents an ending of some kind. But with this being in the reverse, this can also indicate that there is a resistance to that end. Excuse me. So, with there being a resistance to this end, then again, that just kind of plays on the like not staying true to yourself, making sure that you're keeping other people happy, not yourself happy. But the other thing with this card is when it's in the reverse position, like he has been stabbed in the back. So when it's upside down, all those swords are falling out. So there is that future of recovery and moving past this. This is just showing that there is a resistance to that. So that's just something to keep in mind that your natural instinct, because it's more comfortable, is going to be to resist. So get out of your comfort zone a little bit and allow yourself to let this phase of your life end of not being true to yourself, not being kind to yourself, and not feeling happy. Let that end and allow yourself to recover and begin a new chapter. We have the Hermit card. So I do believe that some time alone is going to be really helpful and key to you. Perhaps meditating could be really helpful. Just again, taking time to explore more of your subconscious mind, your subconscious feelings, and why you feel that way. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. So this can feel like, okay, so when you are taking this step to being more true to yourself, more authentic to yourself, all of that good stuff, it can feel like very confusing and you can feel a little bit lost because it's uncomfortable. You've never done this before. And so this can cause a lack in your confidence. This can cause you to feel like, ooh, this is not going how I wanted it to go. But that's just because it's a little bit uncomfortable. That's where that trust comes in, that trust of your intuition, that trust of your goals, and just like knowing what you really want for yourself. That's why I think going down and writing down your own goals is going to be really important because it's going to help remind you of who you are and who you want to become. So during this transition, that's going to feel a little bit tricky because it is going to make you feel a little bit of a lack of confidence since it is so uncomfortable and so new. But, making sure that you are taking time to gain that inner wisdom from your subconscious mind, and keep revisiting your goals to help inspire you and motivate you to keep moving forward and persevere is going to be key. Okay, we have the star card. So this is, it's hope, it's trust, it's your purpose. This is also a card of balance. So sorry, I thought I heard a really weird sound. Okay. This card also indicates balance as well as like trust, but the big thing with this card is like trust. So again, trusting yourself, trusting that you do know what's best for you. You are falling into your purpose once you start taking these steps because it's what genuinely makes you happy. It's what genuinely feels right for you. So just stepping into this power, like trusting in the universe, just letting go, letting things flow, stop worrying about having control over things that like you just can't control. You can't control other people's opinions. You can't control how you feel about situations. Like you can control how you respond to them. But, if something is making you feel unhappy, then, acknowledge that and honor that and do something about it. So here we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Pentacles again can deal with money or your home life. And this can indicate that, okay, so this can indicate that you have been going through a period, like I had said before, like of where there was a lack of abundance. Okay, and this can be an abundance with money, or this can be an abundance with your family life or your home, the things you have in your home, the way that you are living. Okay, and so what I was saying over here is there is that like difficulty with long-term vision to like see where you can go, whether this is with money, so like making money, in your career, if this is what this is about for you, or this means that there is no long-term vision on like what does my home life look like, what does my family look like are is it ever going to feel harmonious, that kind of thing. So this is showing, kind of the like lack thereof in that abundance. Because when this is in the upright, like this can indicate family and this can indicate security. So this being in the reverse shows that like this is what you are fearful of. This is what you are worried of. So this can kind of creep up on you, if that makes sense. Not in like a physical sense, but in like a mental sense. This mindset can start to creep up on you as soon as you start to like push yourself into this space of trust, because again this is going to feel a little bit unnatural when you first get into this because you're not used to it. So then these thoughts of like, well, what if I just don't make enough money? Maybe it will be less money than what you have been making. But again, having that long term vision and that trust, is this the right move? You know, if it's for you, it is the right move. If it's not for you, then it's still fine because then it's not going to be for you and you're going to find your way to the next thing. That's, it sounds kind of weird, but that is just how it works. Okay. So, oh, where was I going with this? Anyways, okay, yeah, the mindset. So this is something that can, kind of like come back. into your mind as you start pushing yourself and getting out of your comfort zone and embodying this energy of like trust and faith and just kind of knowing what's meant for you. So this is again just a reminder to just to kind of be aware of that. Okay, and then we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this can indicate that while these can come up and kind of make you feel a little bit stuck sometime, that in itself is going to push you to think of new ideas and figure out ways to get out of this mindset, get out of this pattern, if that makes sense. So, what's interesting is like sometimes the hardest times are the best times because that is what inspires you and pushes you to think of new things and think of, ways to get to where you want to be, because without those really hard moments, sometimes you would have never, you know, had your ideas because you never would have felt like you had a reason to come up with those ideas, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we have the Tower card. All right, so this indicates that um, whatever has not been working for you is not meant for you. Like, this is just another solidifying fact that your purpose is somewhere else. And you know what that is deep down. And so, like, this shows here that this is like a bad, rocky foundation. It was inevitable that this tower was going to come crumbling down. This lightning strike happened, and now everything's on fire. Everything's crazy, right? This can indicate chaos and it can be a bit hard. However, the good thing about this is like the star card comes right after the tower card. So this is like, even though everything is broken down and it can feel kind of crazy, you are in an awakened state and you are going to step into this energy of like regeneration, a new beginning, having more purpose, more faith, more trust, because the foundation that wasn't working has crumbled. It's over and done with. Forget about it. It's what happened. But now there's this opportunity for this new beginning and this new you. Okay, so let's get into some oracle cards here. Okay, let's get into some oracle cards. Let's see what we get from here. Anything else to add on to this message? Okay, intention. So, making sure that every action that you take is very intentional. And this can be as simple as, like, think about the first thing that you do in the morning, for example. Even be intentional with that. Be intentional about how you set yourself up for the day. Like, something that really helps me is I can think like, okay, today I want to be a little bit more present and a little less on my phone. Today I want to just feel really good. I want to think of all the positives, even out of the tough situations. Like, even though those are at least obvious to me that that's how I would like to approach life, there's just something different about like saying that to myself in the morning, because I'm setting that intention for the day and it makes it a little bit easier to hold. And expression. Okay. So, again, being able to express yourself a bit more freely, more authentically. This is what is coming your way. So, once you can step into this energy, um, that will, okay, so here we have the heart chakra and here we have the throat chakra. So these are things that are going to be healing throughout this process, things that are going to be balancing out. So something that you can do to kind of help with your expression and intention is carry stones with you that, help with those energies. So, for example, all of these cards here are connected to crystals. So, for this one with the throat chakra is flower agate and intention is moss agate. Because, oh, okay, yeah, moss agate is really good for like change. And flower agate is really good for expression, like being able to speak your truth, that sort of thing. Okay, let's get onto some more cards here. Transition. So you are on your way to a new you. The crystal for this is going to be calcite, and this is connected to the moon. So think about all the different phases that the moon goes through. And it has, especially the new moon phase where it's like completely gone. You can't see, I mean, obviously the moon's there, but you can't see it. It's like it's the darkness, and that is maybe how this tower card will feel. But it slowly but surely comes back and becomes its full moon self. And that is when it feels whole and just more completion. And you are on your way towards that goal of feeling more whole and completed. And once you get to that point, it's going to be so much easier for you to continue that pattern of becoming a new self and becoming a whole self as you find more goals and find more ways to achieve them. But this is the start of a really big and really important transition. And then we have boundaries. Again, super heavy on the respecting your boundaries. Stay true to yourself. Say no to the things that don't feel good. Say yes to the things that inspire you or make you happy and will just kind of like help. What am I saying? What's the word? Well, like just help motivate you to keep going forward. Okay, let's get into this other deck here. Here we have provide and disguise. Okay, so with the provide card, this is going to be like stepping into a place of providing the things for yourself that you want instead of just hoping that it one day shows up. So, providing the happiness, providing the stability and trust, providing a safe place and a safe environment to feel how you feel and think how you think. So, again, like also with expression, like, and this card, providing yourself with that kind communication, that gentle approach to your thoughts, and just coming from a place of more understanding, coming from a place of like acceptance and not shame for feeling how you have felt and being where you have been. And then with the disguise card, this is about adaptability as well as like what's the word I'm looking for? Adaptability and okay, I can't think of the word, but like just kind of going with the flow. Um, so being able to see where things are taking you and say, okay, this is the current moment. So, while I can see, you know, some goals of mine that I have in the future, and I can keep that in the back of my mind, I'm still in the present moment and I'm able to adapt to the day to day challenges and things that I experience that are different from what I have experienced because I'm just trusting in life and I'm going with the flow. And then we have memory. So, okay, think about a time where you have gone through something that has been really hard and you've accomplished it. Think about if there's been multiple times or just that time, but like dig into that memory and use that as a bit of recognition that like you've done hard stuff before, you can do another hard thing. Also, with memory, is that during this time, it's going to be super important and super key to your perseverance and just future motivation that you take time to enjoy the current moment and take time to and enjoy the journey because that is going to create some really fantastic memories for you and it's also going to be really helpful in you not only being able to continue on with your future and doing more hard things, but I'm also kind of getting the message that these memories of yours are also going to be really helpful and impactful for others. Whether this is like family or friends or just, I'm not sure if like you communicate with people a lot, like if you have I don't know, like a clientele or something that you talk to, or if you just have like a friend group or a bit of family that you're pretty comfortable with, or like you post online or whatever, these experiences and memories that you make are not only going to be so impactful for you, but I do feel like they're going to be pretty helpful and impactful for other people. Okay, this one here. Defend. So stand your ground and really stay true to yourself. Defend what it is that you want. Like again, back to my little painter analogy. Like you know that that's who you're meant to be, right? So defend that for yourself and don't allow others to define your life and take control. And then we have the peace card. Earlier, I said that word was really sticking out to me, peace. Just step into a place of peace, creating a more peaceful mindset, a more peaceful environment, maybe even like reorganizing, decluttering, like just anything that can bring more clarity and calmness to your life is going to be so helpful during this transition. Okay, let's do our last deck of cards here. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, so even though this is going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to be new and change and all of that, it's not, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't make the first move. So if this is a job, if it's, you're needing to talk to somebody and saying, hey, like, I don't really like how I'm being treated, or I don't like the position I'm at. I want to be in this position, and here's why I'm worthy of it. Or I don't like this job at all. I quit. You know what I mean? Like, whatever makes the most sense for you, make the first move. If you are having issues in friend life or home, family life, like how the structure is going there, don't, again, with the expression, like that also not only ties into authentic expression, but ties into communication, the way you communicate with yourself and others. So make the first move and say, hey, I really want to talk with you right now, whatever it looks like. If that's not something you need to do, then be bold and make the first move of seeing how you can change your own environment and safely remove yourself from the situation. Your commitment is being tested. So this is going to be difficult. Like that tower moment is going to feel like everything's crumbling down. I think there's another card in here kind of indicating like there's going to be a bit of issues with your confidence sometimes just because of this change. That sort of stuff, that's going to test you. It's going to make it feel easy to revert back to what feels comfortable, even though it's not what we want at all. So, this is a time to really um, focus on your goals and stay true to yourself and persevere through. Prove it to yourself. And then a time for healing. So, healing your, like over here, healing your heart chakra and your intentions with these two cards, healing yourself, healing your, like, the way you view yourself, the way you talk to yourself. It's just going to be a time for like just a complete rejuvenation on yourself, how you view yourself, how you view your life. You're going to be starting a whole new chapter. Oh, and also, okay, it's time to take action. So you better get on it. These two cards right here are saying, get to it. And then we have hold your vision. That's kind of what I've been saying. Really keep an eye on your goals, write them down, meditate, do all the things you need to do to just focus on yourself and stay true to yourself. And don't give up on yourself. Keep pushing through. A win-win outcome is forecast. What a perfect card to finish on. So, push through. You got this. You are meant for this. It's going to feel challenging, but nothing good comes easy. So there is that. So that is your reading group number 1. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a like and a subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. I'd love to hear how it resonates. I would love to hear any constructive criticism you may have. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Good luck on your journey. Okay, group number 2, this is going to be your reading on a message meant for you right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, group 2, what is something you need to know in this current moment in time? Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So you have been either going through a time or currently have gone through a time, or it's like still happening, of financial instability or financial loss. This can also indicate some type of instability in just like your home life or your like your materialistic items. I'm kind of getting that this is more so on the financial side or like material things. Something of yours you have lost or it just hasn't been that great. Here we have the Seven of Wands. So this card talks about standing up for yourself, perseverance, keep pushing through. So, this is something that you have been struggling with for a while, and your perseverance is really key here. We do have the Sun card. Okay, the fantastic thing about the Sun card is that it just brightens everything up on your spread. So, this means that, you know, things are working out for you, whether it feels like it or not. This is a card of happiness, joy, authenticity. So I see this coming to a conclusion for you. Now, what the message is here is to keep pushing through and to not give up on yourself. It's like, okay, whenever these complications arise, that is an opportunity to do something different and to keep pushing through and to shift your mindset of how you are thinking of yourself and the situation and your life, all of that. So that's an opportunity to practice overcoming those hard things, even though it feels like, oh my gosh, why has this been happening to me? This super sucks. I feel like I'm constantly fighting every single day to just feel stable. Um, this is showing you that, like, keep going because the the light is shining down on you and good things are coming. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, okay. See, so we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So this card shows that she has abundance and she is enjoying it. So an abundant future is coming your way. You're just really needing to push through. This is not, the end of the world, even though it may feel like it. I do feel like, okay. And then we have the Fool card in the upright. So this is all about a new beginning and just kind of like, what's the word, like spontaneity, just feeling really confident and like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, he is living his life. He's about to step off this cliff, step off into the unknown, but it's okay because he's taking a risk and this is going to benefit him. So this is a really exciting thing because this is showing that, you know just keep pushing through, and you will embark on a new journey that is going to bring you this abundance and just ability to look around at what you have and enjoy it. Also, the sun here is really standing out to me, that's shining down on him. So don't forget that, like the universe is with you, spirit is with you, your spirit guides are with you, your family's with you, like just however you want to see that. um, you are supported, you are loved, you are cared for. And through these challenging times, you are going to be okay. You just have to keep on going. But success and abundance and happiness is definitely coming your way. A new beginning is coming your way. All right, that's so exciting. Okay, then we have the Chariot in the reverse. So this can show that there's a little bit of a resistance to this change, a little bit of resistance to move forward, because even though this has been hard and you have been like really fighting for yourself to stay afloat, feel stable, just to feel like whatever it is, whether this is money or just in family connection, um, whatever this is, you have been really fighting for this. And it can feel a little bit uncomfortable when you are switching from one thing to another thing, even when it's a good change. So there can be some resistance to this. So this is a reminder to, again, like, go with the flow. Allow yourself to just kind of be like, you know what? Like, carefree. That's the word. Allow yourself to just be like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, this is how it's falling into place. I'm not gonna try and fight it because, even though I may not see the immediate benefits from it, or I may not understand why it's happening for a reason. I'm just gonna go with the flow. It's gonna take me in the right direction. Having that trust is going to be super, super important here. And then we have the Three of Cups. So I do see a celebration coming from this. There's going to be some type of like some type of connection with your loved ones that you're going to be able to celebrate this from. This, I'm kind of getting friends a little bit more than family, but I do feel like whatever it is that you are pushing through, once you gain that success, like, you are going to be like, oh my gosh, look what I did. And they're going to be like, yay, you did that. And yeah, happy times are coming your way, and you're going to be able to share that with people, and those people that are supportive and care for you are going to, be so happy for you. Okay, we have the high priestess reversed. So the high priestess talks about our subconscious and our intuition. So something that's really going to be key here is that you need to not allow your past to hold you back, because that is something that our subconscious mind can kind of do sometimes. Once we start getting these good things and shifting into a new environment, ooh, some of these good things may even be making these friends, making connections that help you through this journey. Okay, that was something I got. But once we start getting these good things in our life and things start shifting in a new direction, one that we really want even, it's so easy for like the back of our mind to kind of be like, but how long is it gonna last? Or are they really good people? Or are you actually gonna keep this job that's paying you more money? Like, all the silly little overthinking thoughts. So this is kind of a reminder that to not let that hold you back. Okay, this is where that resistance comes in. So don't allow those parts of your brain to take over. Just lean into that trust, lean into that kind of carefree, like it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to tell your brain to shut up. Like, I literally do that sometimes. Like, when I catch myself in a place of like kind of catastrophizing things and overthinking, I will sometimes stop and be like, oh my God, like, shut up. And it makes me laugh. And then I'm able to move on. So we here, oh my gosh. So here we have the magician in the reverse position. So this shows me that you have the tools that you need to create what it is that you want. You maybe even have the ideas to create what it is that you want, but you're not tapping into that. And again, that can kind of be with ignoring your intuition, or this resistance to change and making these connections come in. Um, this could even be like deepening family connections, deepening friend connections, or making new ones. So, if that's something that is important to you, and like kind of deepening those emotional connections, or it could be an emotional connection with like a hobby or your job, just take it as it resonates, as these are general readings. But anyways, so you know what it is that you want, and you have the tools to do those things and to get started making your way down that path. But you're ignoring your intuition, you're not tapping into it, so you're kind of blocked, you're unable to see it. So take some time to let go of control and let go of anxiety and overthinking. Empty your mind a little bit, and you will start to notice that the ideas are going to start flowing in. More doors are going to be opening, more opportunities are going to come your way. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. This is a card of motivation and direction and taking action. However, this is the slowest suite. So it's also a card of stability. Like, I always get like grounded, stable energy from the Pentacles, and especially the Knight of Pentacles, with just how this horse is just standing there. But he has all this opportunity in his hand. He's keeping his eye on the prize. He's moving forward. He's staying dedicated and motivated. So this here shows that once you start making these shifts and opening up your mind, staying motivated and dedicated towards achieving your goals, that is what's going to help you move forward. That's what's going to help you step into this place of happiness and making those connections. Oh, I just kind of find it interesting, like the placement of these cards. Like, he's literally walking towards these connections, this celebration. So whether that's networking within your job to bring in more abundance, because like I said, the pentacles can be money, or that's, stepping towards more friends that can help you just feel more like authentic to yourself, more passionate about the things that you're doing. Just bring more harmony into your life, or stepping in a direction to where you are deepening a connection and communication with your family and loved ones, to where you're not feeling this like loss or lack of abundance and that sort of thing. So again, however this resonates, take it as is. Okay. Oh, we got three cards here. So then we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is another card of like working together, collaboration. So I feel like other people are going to be really significant in this process, having the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. These are also cards of like creation. Now, here we have the King of Swords and then the Two of Swords in the upright. Okay, so here, this is a card of clarity, stepping into your power, taking control of your life and yourself and your thoughts. So, getting with these other people, collaborating with them to kind of create the life that it is that you're wanting, or the work environment that it is that you're wanting, or the home life, or just the friend vibe, the energies, whatever it is that you are getting into and creating and stepping into, that's going to help you feel less overwhelmed, less burdened, more authentic, just more on top of it, more happy with the journey that you're going on. That creation is going to bring you such a sense of clarity, and you're going to be making some choices in your life. Like, obviously you're going to be making choices during a creation process and during a time of, shifting into, like, almost like a more aligned identity, a more aligned, like, lifestyle. um this is going to cause you to make a choice between something that is no longer serving you and your goals, your potential, your dreams, that kind of thing. And the thing with this card is, like, there is a blindfold on her and she feels kind of stuck between these choices. But the thing is not making a choice is also a choice. So she fully has the opportunity to take off her blindfold and see more clearly, have that clarity, and make the choice. So this is, again, just kind of like tapping into your intuition, your subconscious, gaining more clarity, really focusing and recognizing, what is it that I want? How can I get there? Make the choice and take action on that choice. Okay, then here we have the Six of Wands. So with this card, there can feel a little bit of like a lack of confidence. And sometimes whenever we are making a change that is super new to us, even if it's a good change, we can feel not confident in it because it's uncomfortable, it's not the norm, and the comfy thing to do is stay in our patterns and our life cycles that maybe even don't align with us. But because what we have been doing, that feels the safest. And then the strength card. So self doubt and inner strength. Okay, so the key thing, making a choice on not allowing your self doubt and overthinking when it comes to confidence and worry, all of that kind of things, making the choice to cut those out, step into your power of more clarity, keeping that determination and motivation towards your goals and creation, and you're set. So making the choice to cut out the mindset and the things and the people and just anything that makes you doubt yourself. And remember, this card, the sun, which I love that it's in the middle right here, is just like shining a light on everything. So keep that in mind, that being in the light, you are more protected. You are just more like, you are in flow. This is meant for you. Okay. So don't fight it. Keep your vision and just keep moving forward. That is the really key thing here, is like perseverance, and the good things will come. So let's get into some oracle cards and see what else we get for you, group number 2. Okay, here we have boundaries. So this is going to be, I really feel like this is key to respecting your own boundaries. So, okay, yeah, with the South Node, okay, so don't get stuck in your old patterns. It is time to step away from the past and start respecting your boundaries of, say yes to the things that feel right, say no to the things that totally are not going to serve you. However, keep moving forward. Another boundary that you're going to stay what's the word? Another boundary that you're going to respect is your boundary of doing the things that are going to further you in your goals. Because if you are constantly saying, oh, well, I'll do it another time, or I'll do it later, like, you're letting yourself down. You're setting yourself up for a failure because you're not honoring your goals and your boundaries of, hey, like, I'm going to at least do this one thing that I haven't done in a while. I'm going to do one thing every day. You know, holding yourself to those kind of boundaries. Also, this card is connected to the labradorite stone. So The labradorite stone, I have it right here. It's one of my favorites. So this stone, anyways, this stone can be a stone that helps you step into your power. It also helps with like your intuition and like psychic abilities, right? But it could also be a stone that just helps you step into a place of recognizing your dreams and desires and your intuition a bit more so you're able to follow it. It helps you keep yourself focused on the goal. Let's get into some more cards. See what else we have. Right here we have perspective. So shifting your perspective from, oh, everything feels like it's not working out. Like, am I gonna even get out of this situation? Or like I think I mentioned earlier, like when things start to feel good, and then your brain starts to be like, oh, it's not gonna last for long, that kind of negative thinking. Like take this time to really shift your perspective to recognize, how are you perceiving things? How is that impacting the way that you make your choices? So we have Shakti and Eudaimonia. So Shakti is all about like bringing a lighthearted, silly energy into things. It's almost like a childlike energy. So that is also going to be really key in you being able to push through and persevere through these really hard times. Like, don't take your life too seriously. Have fun, be silly, move your body, dance around. This is connected to the solar plexus chakra. So move your body or focus on centering that chakra. So, like this crystal here, tangerine quartz, that is one that can really help with that. And then we have eudaimonia. So, this is stepping into a place of true happiness. Eudaimonia is something that, like, just totally feels good. It is happiness. It's like a harmony because it's something that just brings you true joy. So you are honoring that and stepping into a place of that. Okay, let's get into our next deck of cards here really quick. If I can pick it up. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? We have trick. Okay, so this can indicate that, again, things can feel really hard. They can feel really tricky. However, it is it's just a trick. It's not actually the end of the world. It's not actually that things are going really bad for you. This means that it's an opportunity to practice being the person that you know you are, being the person that you want to be, living the life that you want to live during these hard moments. It's all about putting your perspective in the perspective that you desire to be in. Try and bring as much of that energy and that mindset into the current present time as possible, because that is going to help push you into that aligned timeline, I suppose, if you want to word it that way. Here we have consume. Okay, so this is something that is probably on your mind a lot. Um, so be sure not to overthink. Whenever you let something, ooh, okay, here we go. So, like I was saying, bringing this energy, bringing the energy of who you want to be into the current moment to kind of get through this trick period, allow that to consume you. Don't allow the lack mindset, the negative thinking to consume you, because that is just going to perpetuate the cycle. That is going to keep attracting that, because that's what you believe is going to happen. And that's what you believe that you're worthy of. So that is what's going to keep happening, because in return, that shuts you off to the opportunities and potential that are out there for you, because you're not even going for it, because you don't believe that it's possible. So watch what you're consuming your brain with and your time with. Here we have the sky. So this is all about being adaptable, being able to adjust to change, and just kind of, again, being in the present moment, going on the day to day, still looking into the long term, as in keeping your head focused on your vision, but also being present so you can adapt and kind of go with the flow so you can get there easier. Really enjoy the journey. And then here we have wisdom. So this is going to be a time where you are gaining so much knowledge on yourself, the people around you, your home, your career, just the way you view life, the way you view yourself. This is going to be a time where you are really deepening your wisdom and your knowledge on yourself, because I feel like this is one of the first times that you are like really going to be doing something that is like, this is genuinely what I want, staying really true to yourself. This is going to be a time where this is a tough period that you are getting through because you have been in a place of feeling like you have been constantly having to fight for yourself. And through this experience, you're going to be getting so much wisdom on how you shouldn't have to live that way. And then balance. So this is going to be bringing more balance to your life, more balance to your work and home life, more balance to just like the relationships in your life. Things are going to feel more equal, if that makes sense. We have communicate. So the way you communicate with yourself and others is going to be really, really important. And we also have work. So that's a card of taking action. But a good thing about this card is it can also represent abundance because think about what bees do. They work and they make a lot of honey. And that's just from, they are creating that themselves. So you have those two creation cards. So this is a card of abundance and creation and taking action and work. So just keep in mind the way that you communicate with yourself and communicate with the people around you are going to be very crucial in the progress that you make forward. Like something that's kind of coming to me right now is you can't really shame yourself into change. I mean, I guess you can, but it's not going to be like the most successful, healthy change ever. But what you can do is you can motivate yourself and have empathy for yourself, and that will bring the most change that there can be. So let's get into our very last deck of cards and see what else this message has for you, group number 2. A time to give rather than to take. Okay, so this can kind of talk about when we are doing what is the short term. Oh, what is the words? Why can't I think of the words for this? Short term, like, oh, instant gratification. Okay, so that can kind of come off as like not putting in the full effort and full work, like kind of giving up when it starts to feel too hard because you get that instant gratification of like not dealing with it, like that little bit of relief. And that just kind of keeps putting you in this cycle of like, oh, like, why did I do that? Having self doubt, having like negative feelings about yourself, kind of feeling guilty, that sort of thing. Just feeling like, oh, like things should be different. So putting more work into this, putting more into yourself, more into the universe, putting more kindness into yourself. So in a way, like you still are gaining and taking from that because you are giving into yourself and giving into the universe and giving into your responsibilities. That's only going to end up giving into yourself as well. Okay, what else do we have? We have these two, balance. So again, we have that balance card, and this is going to be balance, spirituality, and practicality. So take time to like look inward, maybe meditate even, but also make sure that you're taking action. So don't just be stuck in planning mode all the time because that is just like another weird disguised version of procrastination. Because you can tell yourself like, well, I am working on it. I've been planning it, but I've been planning it for like a year. Like, no, plan it for like a little bit and then just start taking action. Don't wait for it to be perfect before you fully take action on it. Have faith in your dreams. So this is super super pushing on like the trust in yourself, trust that you are capable of accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. Hold your vision, keep your eyes on the prize. To don't allow yourself to be defeated by the overwhelm or what feels like impossible. Just keep your eyes on the vision and keep pushing through and take action. It's time to take action. I feel like that's pretty to the point. Your commitment is being tested. So, very similar with the trick card. This is the time to just push through, prove yourself to yourself. You don't have to prove it to anybody else, but you know that you know what is meant for you, you know what you want, and this is a time to show the universe and yourself that you can do the dang thing. All right, so I hope this reading resonated with you, group number 2. Please give me a like and a subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this reading. I would love to hear your I would love to hear your constructive criticism, anything I could change, anything that you really liked. Yeah, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you have the best of time on your journey, group number two. Okay, group number three, this is going to be your reading on a message meant for you right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, group number three. Oh, here we go. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so I feel like you have been in a place of maybe feeling a little bit isolated, or whether that's intentional or not intentional, I feel like that's where you have maybe been for a little bit. And due to this, you have also maybe been in a place of like where you've been in like ooh, what am I trying to say? Like a place of stagnation almost, because it's not, you're not creating. Okay. I know that sounds maybe a little vague, but that's the only way my brain can get out the words right now. Um, okay, let me explain it. In the upright position, this card can signify creation um, in an emotional sense, like emotional happiness, creation and passion, getting with other people, collaborating, coming together, and like celebrating, right? So, in the reverse position, this can sometimes signify like being alone or loneliness. And when we are in that place, it kind of can put us on a halt in what we are creating in our life that brings us love and joy and excitement. So that's where I feel like you maybe have been or have currently kind of been, whether, like I said, whether you've put yourself there or just have ended up there. Now, with the Knight of Cups in the reverse position, yeah, this kind of shows that there has been like a lack of creativity, a lack of like romance in your life. Now, this can eh, this can both be like romance with a partner, or it can be a romance in like how you view your life and yourself. Maybe you're not partaking in the things that bring you genuine joy, like your hobbies or like art, if that's something you love, or music, something on like a creative realm. If this is not with a partner, like something in that aspect of your life, or even if this is like not with friends, this can also be a friend thing too. Take it as it resonates, as these are all general readings, but um, something has caused you to kind of feel like a halt in that, romance, that excited creativity. There's like a creative block there, or you're just kind of feeling like, yeah, there's just like a halt on that emotional fulfillment. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So when this card is in reverse, there's like a bit of a harshness to this, a bit of an aggressiveness. The swords deal with our thoughts and like how we process them. So, like, the cups are emotions, the swords, our thoughts. Okay. They're not always the same thing. So, I feel like because of this, you have been really hard on yourself. You kind of have been doubting your self worth. Maybe others have made you feel that way, but I do feel like a lot of this is with yourself as well. Or maybe it's just different for some of you, or maybe it's both for some of you. And I feel like this is really calling you to face that, to pay attention to it. Ooh, and here we have the Empress. Okay, yeah. So this is really calling you to face this, pay attention to it, and shift it. So with the Empress card, this is a card about new beginnings. This is a very nurturing card. Like here, it has the imagery of a little baby. I don't know if you can see that with the silly glare I have. Like, there's actually three little babies on this card, and the bunnies can even represent new beginnings as well. So the Empress card is full of like nurturing, empathetic energy. So I feel like this message here is just really calling you to shift your mindset and your perspective on how you view yourself, and bring more of a nurturing, loving kindness way of speaking to yourself. We have the Knight of Coins in the reverse. So the coins in this deck is the Pentacles. This can indicate like a lack of motivation, a lack of direction, a bit of like a delay, not feeling very stable in this. Mm. I feel like for some of you, okay, for some of you, This has to deal with family life. For some of you, if you have a partner and you have children or pets or just anything that you care for, even just your home, something that you both are like caring for, um, there is a lack of emotional fulfillment, a lack of like romanticizing your life and direction in it. And that is causing conflict or just aggressive communication, or more so like aggressive thoughts towards yourself and maybe even others. Okay. So that's another thing that I'm getting here. That is not really aligning. So this is calling you to bring more empathy and love and nurturing energy, not only into yourselves, but the rest of the family, the people around you. So if that applies to you, then great. If not, then ignore it. Okay. And then here we have the Nine of Swords in the upright. So this can indicate like depression and anxiety, um, but also like, oh, facing those thoughts and feelings, like being aware of them. Now, this is okay, this little doggy, that he can kind of represent your intuition and like the universe being like, hey, like, don't forget about me over here. Like, I'm really great. You know, there's other really great things, things to be thankful for, things to be grateful for. You know, don't get so stuck in your head and overthink everything. Like, there is beauty up ahead, there is beauty in life still. That's also kind of what this little butterfly here can signify. So, something that I'm also really getting from this is like a way to kind of bring in more of this empathy and nurturing energy overall to your life is being grateful, finding the things to be grateful and thankful for. We have the Three of Swords, so that's releasing and letting go of pain and heartache. So all of that, you know, is going to be coming to an end for you. You are going to be releasing these things, and like the swords are literally falling out of the heart in this imagery. In the upright, this card sucks, okay? But in the reverse, this is great because you're letting go of those things. Oh, and we have the Five of Wands. So, okay, so this card in the upright is like conflict, all right? And so in the reverse, it could be conflict or like competition. But in the reverse, that is conflict resolution. So I do feel that a big shift in perspective on whether, again, it's yourself or your family or just however this is, shifting your perspective on like, okay, what do I really have in my life to be grateful for? Like, it's like I never really recommend like comparing situations, but you know, now is a time to really think about and just put it all into perspective. Like, you know, I have these things and some people don't have these things. And, you know, my worries and anxieties are still valid, but also all of these wonderful things in my life are valid and they deserve to be credited that. And I deserve to feel good about those things. Now we have the Knight of Wands. So this is moving in a direction of opportunity and inspiration, inspired action. So shifting your mindset and starting to be grateful for the things that you do have and being more kind and empathetic and just bringing more love into the situation. That is something that I feel is really key here. That is going to kind of create this energy of inspired action for you, and that's going to allow you to kind of step up and forgive. Ooh, forgiveness, that's the word I'm getting. Forgive yourself or forgive others, to let go of pain and heartache and allow conflict resolution. It's going to open up space in your mind to hold difficult conversations and to face difficult situations. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. So this can kind of indicate like, okay, this can indicate ignoring your intuition. However, this can also be a new idea. So whenever this is in the upright, this is like listening to your intuition, and it's not necessarily just a new idea, but it's like the starting process of that, right? The opportunity is there. But you're starting to shift your perspective, and even though it's still feeling a little hard, it's feeling like you're a little unsure how to go about it, those new ideas are going to start flowing in. You're going to start being able to hear your intuition because you have this new like kind of fire under your butt. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, and then we have the Ten of Cups. This is a fantastic card. Okay, so here is a rainbow. Rainbows come after the storm. And again, this card, there's little babies on it. So I feel like this is heavy on the family dynamic. So this card signifies harmony and happiness and wholeness in a family. So I do see that once you can kind of step out of this place of isolation and feeling stuck and unmotivated and harsh with yourself and harsh with your life, and just really start shifting your perspective to be more thankful and find more gratitude and just bring more love and kindness into yourself and the things around you, you're going to be opening these doors and coming up with new ideas and just creating opportunity to get closer and closer to happiness and alignment with yourself and your family and those that mean the most to you, your friends even. With the Four of Wands in reverse, okay, so this is interesting because this card this card can signify like a celebration in the upright, but in the reverse, this can be okay, this can signify a little bit of like instability in the family home. So, and just like your general, okay, the wands have to, sorry, I'm all over the place. The wands, they have to deal with your actions and your morals and like how they're kind of aligning together, right? So sometimes we can still fall back into old patterns, but that's no reason to fully like give up. That's no reason to allow that to fully discourage you. Like there is still victories to be celebrated, but healing isn't linear. You can't just change overnight. So this is an indicator that you're still going to have ups and downs, but to embrace those and still celebrate the little things, making sure that you're like celebrating on a smaller scale. Okay. So making sure that you're not allowing the tough moments to dictate your future. Your past does not define you. That is kind of what I'm getting at. And then we have the Four of Coins in the reverse position. So this can signify like a little bit of self preservation. So I do think that part of this process, part of what is going to make this slightly challenging, but also, be good in the long run, is that you are going to have to face some things that are a little bit difficult. Again, I feel like the forgiveness is coming back in here. Um, Even apologizing might be a little difficult because you're wanting to preserve your oh, what's the word? Basically like how you appear, how you're perceived, right? You don't want to maybe come off as somebody that is wrong or somebody that has messed up. Like that's a hard thing to accept. But facing that is going to be really key. Ooh, and then we have the World card. So this is a card of closure and completion and wholeness. So I do see that this is something that you are going to find, the rainbow. You are going to find happiness in. This is a goal that you can complete. It's just going to be a little bit of like a process, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a bit of a process. There's going to be a lot of trust involved, a lot of shifting and adjusting of your perspective. Really key here. And then we have the Four of Cups to finish off the tarot cards before we get into some oracle cards. And this is all about trusting your intuition. So sometimes we don't see all the wonderful things that the universe has for us and that we currently have in our life because we are so focused on the things that have not worked out. So again, let go of all that. Allow yourself to be grateful and to open your mind to the wonderful things that you want and that you are deserving of, because it is there for you, but you have to allow it in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some oracle cards and see what else we have. What else for you, group number 3? Transition. So this is going to be a huge pivotal point in your life once you can, start allowing this change and allowing a different way of thinking that's going to, raise your vibration. It's going to take you to Like, okay, with the butterfly here, like you're going from the caterpillar to the beautiful butterfly, all right? It's going to be a really huge transition. And with a culmination, oh my gosh, I cannot talk. And with culmination connected to the root chakra, you're creating a whole new foundation for yourself and your family, or just the way that you are living. A whole new foundation for yourself, a new way of just existing. I also feel like going outside and touching the ground is going to be really helpful. Like, actually work on grounding yourself, work on balancing out your root chakra. That is going to be really key here. Then we have transcendence. So, again, this is a huge shift forward. You are transitioning into a new way of living, into a new version of yourself. Conviction. Okay, so this is to let you know, it's like a reminder that, like, you know exactly what it is that you want. So keep your eye on the prize and get it. Okay, don't allow yourself to stray away from your convictions, because you know exactly what it is that you are worthy of and you want and deserve. Just don't let your past hold you back. And then we have intention. And let's do one more. Introspection. Okay, so let's start with this one. Really thinking inward, taking time to maybe meditate, taking time to address your negative thoughts or subconscious thoughts. If meditating isn't your thing, then maybe even journaling will be really good for this, okay? But making sure that you're just really facing everything that sucks, quote unquote. All right. So, like, for example, if you're feeling like something is really hard all the time, like, face that. Why do you feel that way? You know, what what can come of this situation, right? Every hard situation is an opportunity for you to practice being the person that you are meant to be. And then with intention here, that kind of goes hand in hand with that. Like, wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I intend to embrace any challenges and obstacles that come my way to the best of my ability, with the intent of getting becoming my higher self, or getting closer to my goal, like, what however you want to word it, all right? But just bringing more intention and positivity and gratefulness into the situation. Let's go ahead and do another. Oops, I'm dropping stuff over here. Okay, let's go ahead and get into another deck of oracle cards. See what else we have. This one here, these two here. Okay, intention again, and secret. So you're going to be learning something about yourself that you probably didn't even realize. Once you start digging deeper into your subconscious and trying to understand why you think that way and why things are the way they are, you're going to start to realize things about yourself, maybe even realize things about the people around you. That's going to just bring a better understanding to why things are the way they are, and also bring a better understanding of how to approach situations, how to handle them better. Courage and reveal. Okay, so with reveal and secret. So, yeah, something that you just don't even know is going to be coming from this situation. Now, again, this is going to be something that's going to help you understand the full picture better, and it's going to help you make decisions better. It's going to help you know exactly which steps to take to get on this path of alignment and fulfillment and harmony in yourself, or within your family, or within just your social life, just however it resonates for you. And having the courage to believe and trust and face all of this, it's going to be really huge. Setting intentions for having the strength and courage to face those things. Really big here. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our last deck of cards and see what else they have to say. I'm feeling this one. You're very close to achieving your goal. So this is something that's been on your mind, something that you've been wanting to change. It's just time to change it. So the fact that you have even been thinking about this and considering this, and this is something that's really bothering you, something that's been on your mind, shows that you are close to achieving your goal because you are already in the mindset of wanting better. The answers you need are coming. Okay, so again, if there's something that you've been really unsure about, you're soon gonna know the exact answer. If you're unsure about a relationship, you're gonna know soon. If you're unsure about maybe your routine or how it is that you've been living, like maybe just like the life choices you've been making, as far as like maybe, yeah, like maybe your routine, maybe your work that you do, maybe it's the things that you eat, the things you put in your body, whatever it is that you're like, should I be doing that, or is it actually harming me, should I be with that person, or are they actually not good for me? Like, again, take it as it resonates. This doesn't mean that everybody's partner is awful and you should divorce them. I'm not saying that. Okay. But I know when you're in a place of confusion, anything that sounds like eat can sound a little scary. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, whatever you are unsure if it's like good for you or not, you are going to know in the very near future. A fiery climax approaches. So once you start facing all of these things, you're going to start seeing it move. Like it's going to be a slow and steady start to kind of start shifting this perspective and shifting this mindset. But once you start and see that first bit of like, oh my gosh, like this is going really well, this is working, like I'm going to keep doing this, a fiery climax approaches. So this means that you are going to be having that significant change. Look at the bigger picture. So don't allow yourself to get really stuck in the current moment and how hard it may feel. Keep your eyes on your vision and keep in mind the bigger picture. That is going to help you get through this. It's going to help you realize that like there's so much more to life than just this one moment, and it's going to be okay. That kind of lets you like let go a little bit and just trust in the universe a little bit more when you can do that. And then you are good enough. So again, like letting go of that negative kind of like harsh way of thinking, or like whether that's again towards yourself or towards other people or just your life situation, recognize that you are good enough for the things that you desire, and that just proves that you are going to be able to achieve those things as well. On your hard work is paying off. Fantastic card to end on. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. So group number 3, this is your message to just keep pushing through, dig deeper within yourself, and really, find some gratitude. Find your goals and what it is that you really want in your life, and figure out how you can start implementing that emotion and that mindset in your current time that you desire for your future. All right, so that was your reading group number 3. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and also let me know down in the comments below what you thought about your reading, how it resonated, anything you liked, or any constructive criticism. I am more than happy to hear it. So, yeah, I will see you in the next one, and good luck with everything, group number 3. Bye. Okay, group number 4, this is going to be your reading on a message meant for you right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, what is something you need to know? Group number 4, here we have the Hermit card. So being in a period of isolation, keeping to yourself, and like getting like deepening your knowledge about yourself, inner knowledge. Okay, and then we also have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like it's been a little bit difficult for you to plan the future, for you to look and to know what to expect is to come. I feel like you're a little bit unsure and there's a lack of clarity on what is coming your way. And that's causing you to isolate a little bit, but also this should inspire you to dig deeper within yourself to gain more clarity and discover what it is that you want and how you can take action to get there. Okay. So while having this alone time is going to be really key in learning more about yourself, I'm also kind of getting like this is a reminder to not just like completely isolate yourself from everybody, because then that can kind of just have the opposite effect on you achieving your goals. But I do feel like you stepping into a place where you are more deeply connected with your mind and your emotions and your thoughts. That's going to bring more clarity and confidence on where your future is headed. Okay, we have the Lovers in the reverse. Okay, so this can indicate that there is a little bit of conflict in either a romantic relationship, a friendship, or even like family. Um, I am kind of getting that this is a little bit more on the romantic side of things. Like if this is a romantic partner you have or somebody you're interested in, like being unsure on the future of how that is looking, and that is causing you again to kind of like withdraw from the situation. Something is not feeling quite right, and you're really digging deep within yourself to figure out like what should I be doing. And here with the Two of Swords in reverse, that shows that you are undecided on a choice, on something that you're thinking about. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, you are conflicted on the relationship that you are in or that you are about to be in, if this is like a situationship or whatever. You are conflicted. It does not feel right. You don't know where the future is headed. It's causing you to withdraw and isolate and feel a little bit alone. It's causing you to really like think really hard and dig deep into yourself. And you are just feeling so unsure and indecisive. But here, no, here, I don't know how I did that. Here, these two cards like really indicate a disconnect, a disharmony within a partnership of some sort. Okay. So I do believe that you deep down know that there is a lack of direction in this relationship, but something is making it really tricky for you to make that choice and figure out like make the decision of what you're doing. Okay. Here we have the Six of Pentacles. So there is a bit of an imbalance in this relationship. You are putting more into it than what you are receiving. Okay, then we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups can indicate like emotional stability, um, emotional maturity. I do feel like you are kind of feeling confused and at a loss for things and isolating because you are putting so much into this and you are really trying to come from an authentic, mature place, a place of like just genuine love and concern and emotions. And that is not really being reciprocated. And so this is calling you to move forward and to take action, to embark on a new journey. Oof, okay, I feel like this reading is really calling you to end this relationship, end this situationship, or put a stop to this pattern. Okay, this could be physically saying goodbye to this person and moving on, or if that is not where your mind is headed, if that's not what you're thinking, if you're just kind of confused and that is not the direction you are going, this reading is calling you to put an end to this cycle and to address it and to move forward from it. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the rest of the cards say here. Okay, we have the Moon card. So this can represent some anxiety and some illusion. Okay, man, I really feel like there is just you're could you hear my kitty meow? um, I really feel like there is just something is not right. Something is not right with the energy that this other person is like putting out towards you. Okay, you know what? Scratch that. I think you. I like not scratch that. Like scratch the confrontation and like try and move away from it. Like yes, like have a conversation, but what I'm saying is like I think there needs to be an end to whatever is going on and you need to move away from that, because also here we have the Tower card. And with this illusion and this card here, this kind of shows me that there is some like deception, like something is not as it seems. Okay? And this indicates that this is an unstable foundation and it was bound to crumble. And you are kind of awakening, like you are really facing these thoughts and these emotions, and that's causing you to really address this within yourself and maybe with this other person too. But once a foundation crumbles, inevitably, even though it's gonna maybe feel chaotic or feel really hard or, that sort of thing, um, that like provides the opportunity for a new foundation to be created. Okay, so just be sure to keep that in mind. So here we have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 does indicate the ending of a cycle. However, this 10 of Wands, this is like you're overworked, you are overburdened. Like there is so much going on in your life. Again, it's causing you to not really see the future, just like with this card, that lack of foresight, that lack of being able to see what's to come. And so this can feel so intense that it causes you to not be able to really see where the future is headed. But this card is calling you to just take action and to keep moving forward and to just have confidence in that. Even though you may not exactly see where things are headed, just keep pushing through, because all of this overwhelmed and all of this burdened energy and just feeling like you are burnt out, like that is coming to an end, okay? And then we have the World card in the reversed. So this is going to feel again like a bit overwhelming, but also with the World card in reverse, this can indicate like a what am I trying to say? Like there's like a there you need closure on this. And I do feel like once you can step away from this, that in itself is going to like bring more of this completion to you, because right now things are just feeling incomplete. It's feeling like your world feels like it's being turned upside down basically. um and so once you can, kind of push through this and get over this hump of this tower, this will slowly, start turning in the upright, and you are going to recognize like, okay, I can be complete on my own. I can move forward with my own goals and live the life that I am deserving of and worthy of, and that sort of thing. And, slowly but surely things will start to feel whole again. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, we have the Fool. So this is a good sign. So this is you embarking on a new journey. This is kind of a carefree, like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the flow. Like this is the very first card in the tarot deck. So this is a new beginning. It's stepping off into the unknown. So that can be a little bit tricky, but there is just full trust and faith in what's to come. Now, with the Nine of Cups here being in the reversed, this can show that there is going to be a bit of, what am I trying to say? There is going to be a period of time where you are not happy. Like this is not going to be the easiest thing, and you're going to be unsure if you made the right choice, if you're going to find happiness and all of that sort of thing. But the key thing about the Fool card is like he is not dwelling on the things that are hard and that has held him back. Like he has, said, you know what? That's how I felt. It is what it is. I am going to embark on this new journey and I'm going to do me. So that is your reminder there that even through a period of feeling unsure and unhappy and feeling like, what, what just happened, to just keep your mind focused on your goals and what's to come and just keep moving forward. Okay, so we'd have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So this signifies a loss. This can signify a loss in, a relationship or a family. The pentacles, they can represent money. However, I just don't feel that that applies to this situation here. Maybe for some of you it does. Maybe by losing this partner, you're also going to be losing some type of money income that you have. But overall, this is showing me that there is going to be a loss here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but you are stepping away from this energy, from this relationship, from this dynamic that is no longer serving you. A very much needed tower moment is going to be happening, and you are going to be embarking on a brand new journey that is just going to be bringing so much more opportunity to the table. Okay. Now, another thing that I'm kind of getting here is don't allow yourself to feel like this loss is bringing you down. Remember that this loss is opening a new door for you. Okay, so that's something really key here. let's get into some oracle cards and see just what else we have to get for this reading group number 4. I know this is a little bit, probably a little bit heavy. Maybe some of you are like, damn it, like I've been thinking this, but I didn't want to hear it. Okay, the trust card. So trust that you know what's best for you and that you are on the right path and that everything is going to work out for you as it should. Okay, and then we have culmination next. So I love that this card came up and that you have the tower card because this indicates that even though this foundation is totally crumbling, you are creating a brand new foundation for yourself. The root chakra is connected to this card, okay? So this is something that I feel like you should focus on centering and grounding and balancing, going outside, putting your feet in the dirt, whatever it is that helps you feel grounded and more in the present moment. That is going to be super key in helping you culminate this new life for yourself. We also have boundaries. Okay, so sticking true to your own boundaries. This is connected to the South Node. So, what I'm getting here with this is don't go back on your word to yourself. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated or guilt tripped back. That's what I was kind of feeling with this card, like the illusions, the just something there, like it's not as it seems. Don't allow yourself to be like conned back into the situation. And then we have discipline. So this is going to take some work to stay true to yourself, to stay disciplined, to not cross your boundaries of, oh, well, I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, or I'll just I'll text him back this one time, that kind of thing. So sticking really true to that, and also being disciplined in the way that you are like handling the situation. Okay, like that's not always going to be the easiest, but when I say that, what I'm meaning is like being disciplined and like the way you respond to things. I guess react to things is what I'm trying to say. So have your feelings, they're completely valid. Talk to people that you trust about the situation. But when it comes to this relationship in particular, what I'm really feeling is like, don't allow yourself to give them the reaction that they're trying to get out of you, is what I'm really getting here. Okay, let's do some more cards. Let's see what else we have for you. Group number 4, I'm feeling this one, heal. So this is going to be a time of healing because you're stepping away from something that has been holding you down and, keeping you feeling stuck. And with the trick card here, this indicates that when just because this situation feels really awful and like everything's falling apart, like that is a trick because everything is not horrible and everything is not falling apart. Everything is starting actually because this is going to be breaking down. So now a completely new beginning is starting for you. And this is actually for your best interest. And that is why this is a trick because it's not going to feel or appear that way, but it is. And your determination, your discipline to stay true to yourself, follow your dreams, to trust yourself, all that good stuff, that is what's going to really help get you through this. You have to stay focused on your goal and stillness. So this card, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. Okay, good enough. Oh my gosh, no, it's not. I'm insane. Okay, this card stillness, this is really kind of connecting in my mind to the culmination card, to the root chakra, because this is calling you to be present in the present moment and to ground yourself, to be still. Like I'm really getting the image of you going outside and like sitting in the grass or the dirt, just whatever feels good to you, just going outside and sitting and just being still in the present moment, allowing yourself to connect to the earth and just feeling peace and calm. That is going to be super, super helpful during this time. And then secret. Okay, so something is going to be revealed either about the other person or about yourself that you didn't really realize. Confidence. Ooh, you know what? You are going to be stepping into a whole new level of confidence that you didn't even know you were capable of. That is what that secret is. you are going to realize that you are totally capable and totally able of doing everything it is that you desire. And that's just going to bring this whole other level of confidence. You can be like, wow, I didn't even realize I could do that. Like, that's going to be so cool. And we have the hunt card here. So this signifies that you are determined and you have that discipline to stay focused on your goals and to achieve them. You are literally hunting your goals. You are going after your happiness. You are deserving and worthy of that. Okay, let's get into our last deck here, see what else the cards have to say for you. Group number 4. Your dreams need a practical plan. So not only do you need to be thinking about this, but you also need to be taking action on this. So thinking about your current moment, thinking about not the future and like, oh, what if this, makes things a little bit harder for this and like however many years, or what if I'm like sad, like not that kind of thing. What I'm meaning is like looking into the future as in like, okay, I have my practical plan for, how I'm going to remove myself from the situation now. How can I prevent myself from falling back into that cycle? That kind of future practical planning. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So all of this is coming to an end. You are going to be feeling so much more relieved and like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. A fiery climax approaches. So I do feel like this is going to be a highly emotional time for you and the other person. However, it's going to be so fantastic for you. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, sometimes this is something that I'm kind of getting for some of you. I don't know if it's all of you, but sometimes we can kind of wait for the other person to like for them to end it because it makes it easier on you. Um So like sometimes people will like start acting really crappy or like acting like they don't care in hopes the other person will break up with them so they don't have to. Again, I don't think this is everybody, but I do think this is some of you. So don't do that. Be bold and make the first move. And for those of you that this doesn't apply to, a lot of times it can just be hard to make this step to take that first step forward and saying, "Hey, I kind of feel like we are not really working out." But this is calling you to make the first move. Okay, communication is key. Look at that. What is that saying? It's saying quit procrastinating and just freaking get her done. And a new romantic cycle begins. I love that for you because you're going to be able to find so much happiness and romance and excitement in your life once you make this change, whether that's just with yourself or with a different partner further along the line. Um, who knows, right? Nothing is yet set in stone. However, making this change, this message is calling you to face this, make this change, and you are going to be just creating a whole new path of opportunity and happiness and love. So, group number 4, that was your reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a like and a subscribe. I would absolutely love to hear in the comments how this resonates for you. Anything you liked about your reading, anything that, like, any constructive criticism you may have, I would love to hear it. So, yeah, that was your reading, and good luck on this journey. I will be sending you so much love and positivity during this time, group number 4. I can't imagine how you must be feeling. However, luck is on your side. Like, this is going to be nothing short of amazing for you. So, with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Bye.